Hello, I'm OmnusI, your game master this evening here in my lair. Hello, I am OmnusI. You are here once more in the Lair of OmnusI, wherein, this being the second day of August, I will attempt to answer a question posted by the RPG Brigade off Facebook for RPG a Day, where every month of August we are presented with a question every day that we attempt to answer to uplift and entertain the role-playing community, and maybe answer some questions those of you who are not yet in the hobby but curious might want to know to join. So, question 2 is, what is an RPG you would like to see published? Now, as I am OmnusI, I am a game master. What I would like to see published are games that are within my wheelhouse that interest me. What I would like to see is, number 1, a good steampunk game. Steampunk is a title that's been batted around, but I've yet to see a lot of really good games that embrace the time period and add in the steampunk without adding in a lot of extra stuff. Oftentimes people think that you need to throw magic into steampunk to make it interesting. You don't. Sometimes they think that you need lots of other things like weird races and things. You don't for proper steampunk. In that time period, you need mad science of some sort, and odd contraptions, and a lot of clanking and rusting metal and steam and you know, things like that. But on the other hand, I run the games. I don't make them. I guess to answer that, I should probably bring in somebody who makes games. One moment. Hello, I'm Rob, brain trust behind the Lair of OmnusI, of sorts. One could say it controls me as much as I control it, but we're splitting hairs at this point. The question for me is, what RPG would I like to see published? And, well, quite simply, my own would be nice. I'm currently creating 2 role-playing games at once. One is a game for children called The Traveling Hat Club. And then the other game is called Dice File that has a core system called the Spotlight system. I'll very lightly touch on those, but I would love to see these published. The Traveling Hat Club is near to being ready to self-publish, which I hope you all get to enjoy at some point. Dice File has been tinkered with over the course of several years, so not saying that it's ready yet, but there's got to be some things in place before that comes out. The Traveling Hat Club is a game that's primarily designed for children and there to guide their imaginations. In the game, it's a very, very system-light role-playing game, which involves nothing more than somebody with a story to tell, who can create challenges for characters that they have in mind. They create characters that are tied into very simple props. I like hats. If you've seen my videos, you know that I love hats. And hats are an easy way to just put something on and get into character. One could say very easily that certain characters are born out of a particular piece of headgear of mine. Therefore, it comes very easily to my mind that portraying a character by wearing a hat is a relatively easy thing to grab onto. But you could replace hats with any kind of costumery or props. So basically, the narrator has a number of hats available. When a player selects a hat, puts it on, they're given a script, which is the role of the character, a brief description of the character, what the character is good at, and maybe some things that the character has that they can use in the game. Once all the players have their roles, and they're wearing their hats, if they decide they don't like it, they can just trade hats. You can trade identities easily. You're not locked into anything in this game. So when you actually are going out and confronting the story, the narrator describes the scene just like opening a page of a book, and the players get to see an obstacle, something that needs to be done or can be acted upon. And then the players use their imaginations in their roles of what their characters would do to try to overcome the obstacles. Maybe it's something that needs to be fought. Maybe it's something that needs to be talked through. Maybe it's something that they decide would be easier to create something to get over an obstacle rather than fight something or talk their way through something. It's as boundless as the characters that you can come up with and as boundless as the players' imaginations. Almost anything is in bounds to be tried. Again, this is going to take advantage of the imaginations kids have, and very minimal effort will be made to tell them, no, you can't do that. You can at least try. Resolution will be very, very simple. It will involve a handful of coins. You just cast them into a container. The number of heads you get tells you if you have succeeded or how well you have succeeded. It doesn't require fancy dice. It doesn't require any kind of elaborate paper, rock, scissors thing. It's just simple. You just grab a handful of coins, as many as what you're trying to do lets you grab, and just see how many of them come up heads. It's low-level counting for very young kids, but it's also something that's very portable, and everybody can probably grab 10 pennies. Most characters will never need more than 8. And it's really just that simple. And again, this is something that I hope to have as a very easy entry thing that I'm going to be publishing soon. So I'm just going to do some doodle art for it and finish writing out the last details. It'll be small. I'll probably put it on some sort of digital download service or pay what you will or what have you. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. And as far as Dice File and Spotlight, well, keep an eye on my Lair of OmnusI channel. I'll probably be leaking details for that as it goes on. But as kind of a secret, the Traveling Hat Club is kind of Dice File .1. There are elements of that are in Dice File. Dice File just gets a little bit more ramped up as far as what you can do. I'm not going to leak any details. Suffice it to say, I'll be deliriously happy if I can get this published and people enjoy it, and I can let some kids have a good time without fighting over, I can do that, no you can't, yes you can. This way there's a unified game, and they can have a nice structured time playing it and enjoy some fantasy and imagination together. So, I'm Rob, that's my idea what I'd like to see published. No small amount of self-interest, but still, I think it's something that the gaming community could use. So, and I'll close this off, OmnusI. I'm Rob, here at the Lair of OmnusI, answering question number 2 for RPG a Day. Thanks for watching.